Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Tailgate Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside Beth Harrelson, women's golf coach at the University of Memphis. And Coach, the first time we've had a chance to talk to you this year, always it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Jeff.
Coach, this semester you really stacked up your schedule. You've played in a couple of tournaments already, and you've not gone out to find cupcakes to play or anything. You've really stacked the schedule this year.
We've had 3 of the toughest tournaments in the nation, and I will tell you, I figured they would either show up or they'd learn a lot. And unfortunately, we're learning a lot. So we know what we need to work on, and it's been a tough semester so far, but the girls are getting ready. We're going into our home tournament, and then we're going to go to Hawaii, and so hopefully we're going to play a little bit better.
Is that one of those things when you schedule, sometimes, as you mentioned, you're going to have to learn a lot, and it's frustrating, but just kind of wait maybe for that 3rd, 4th, 5th tournament, then you kind of turn the corner, then you're like, well, that's why we played that tough schedule.
Exactly, and that's what I'm expecting. The girls, we don't have just potential, we have ability on this team. And I think that, this tournament, our home tournament, is a good time for them to all show up. And I'm expecting that. They've got a lot of ability. They've got a lot of heart. And so I'm ready to see that come through.
Most recent tournament, the Mercedes Benz Intercollegiate, you did have some individuals that played pretty well and stood out for you. Alex Lang, first of all, let's talk about her.
Oh, she had a tremendous event. To come in tied for 11th in that field, because there was probably at least 10 of the teams that are in the top 30. And she came in tied for 11th. She got 73, 73, 72, and just played solid. I mean, the first day she birdies the first hole and then had 16 pars, and then she ended up in a bad situation and doubled the last hole. But she played very boring golf, which I like. I love boring golf.
I guess if they don't radio you and tell you need to go check on a player, they're doing okay.
Exactly. We like that.
Coach Natalie Turk played consistent for you.
She did. I mean, she had an 83 and an 80, but at that point, she was realizing some things she had to turn around and work on, and she was going for some birdies instead of just trying to make pars. The greens were small up there in Knoxville, so we were just focusing on hit the middle of the green, go for the pars. Sometimes the putts will fall. And she ended up shooting 74 the last day, which is her low round as a collegiate player. So I was very proud of her and her focus on that last day.
Is that the biggest challenge for a player, especially if they get into the latter rounds, if they're trailing and trying to catch up, is to I guess, remind them, be patient, don't try to hit birdie, don't try to go for eagle on the par 5, just try to get your pars and try to let the rest of the field make bogeys and catch up. Right,
you've just got to stay patient with golf. You've got to let your game come to you. And there's a lot of times that if you've got a 15, 20 footer, the girls, you could see them, trying to press, and they were rolling it by 6, 7 feet trying to make that birdie, and then all of a sudden you miss it coming back and you walk off with a bogey. So you have to go, no, just snuggle it up there. Sometimes they fall in. I mean, you cannot get greedy, especially not 15, 20 footer. Yeah, you're kind of going for those, but when you're 25, 30, 35 feet away, just roll it up there. Yeah.
You've got a transfer in this year, Shelby Sane, and she comes from a Tiger family. Her brother played baseball and coached here for a little bit, and he's still on the staff as well.
Right.
But she's going to give you 2 more years, and she's a transfer that got to play as an individual for you last week. And you got to see.
No, she played on the team last week.
Right. You saw some stuff out of her. She's not been in a lot of competition before she transferred. She was on the team but didn't get in a lot of competition rounds, but you saw some good stuff out of her.
Oh, I absolutely did. And I think Shelby is going to be one that, as this year goes on and into next year, is going to play great for us. And she just hadn't had as much experience in the college level. But it was fun to watch. She hits it a long way, and she's working on her short game and working on her confidence. And once she gets, her confidence a little bit higher, I think her short game will come around and her rhythm will be a little bit better. She just got a little out of rhythm on the last day trying to press to finish the tournament.
Is short game the biggest thing that a player has to work on if they're getting back in the swing of things? Because you can get up on the tee box and just let it rip.
Oh, yeah. I mean, on the tee box, occasionally you might try to guide it and be in trouble, but that should be automatic. Short game, you have a little more time. Your hands come into play. Hands are evil in the short game. Yeah. Typically we get a little handsy, get a little quick. But in short game is what has failed us, and that's what we work on primarily. But at the same time, it's what comes down to the girls, and guys, I mean, whoever, how important it is. And so if you're inside 40 yards, you want to see it, getting up there close to the hole and getting up and down from there. And we just haven't seen enough of that this semester.
Well, Coach, you're going to end up coming home next week, Ridgeway Country Club, to play in your tournament. Tell us about your tournament. I know you always get good support for this.
It's unbelievable. I mean, we've got Beverly McDaniel is over our volunteer committee, and we have live scoring, which, you have to have 6 volunteers out there at a time, and then actually more than 6. You just got 6 on the course radioing in. Then you've got a spotter out there on another hole. We've got our staff doing the live scoring. Travis has done a great job with that. And then, you've got the others that are there coordinating all the volunteers, running them out to the holes, coming back and forth. We've got them bringing baked goodies out to the golf course, the women at Ridgeway and around at Windike and some of the other clubs that are helping out. And I'm very thankful. I mean, we probably have 50 volunteers, 50 or 60 that are going to help next week. And we could not do it without that. There's absolutely no way that I could, coach, try to get the gifts, try to, work on the golf stat, try to, coordinate every aspect. I mean, I'm leaving here and going and working on the rules with our rules official from the TGA. So I'm very thankful for the community support and how they get behind Lay Tiger Golf.
And not only the volunteers, you want the fans to show up too. Go out,
walk absolutely.
the course, a beautiful time out there. The weather should be nice. It's the typical mild mid-south fall. So
they're calling for great weather. They have it forecast Tuesday. I hadn't gone into Tuesday yet, but Sunday for the practice round, depending on which channel you listen to, it's between 76, 78, and Monday they're looking between 78 and 82. So I'm excited about the weather and the opportunity we have to play our home course, and I'm honestly expecting the girls to come through and play great.
Again, that's out at Ridgeway Country Club. Tell us about the field. Who all do you have coming in this year? We've
got, conference, some of the UAB and Marshall will be here. We've got Montana's coming. I mean, Boise State's not coming this year, I lied. Okay. I was looking at some of last year's stuff. But we've got a good field coming from around Sam Houston State, from down in Texas, very strong program. And we've got some from all over coming in. And it's a lot of fun to have the different cultures come into Memphis. And, because we tee off at 8 o'clock on Monday and Tuesday morning. Monday we play 36 holes, it's continuous. So we'll be out there from 8 to 5:30 and then, have dinner for them and then tee off again at 8 o'clock Tuesday morning. So we would love to have anybody and everybody come out and watch Lay Tigers and cheer us on, wear your royal, and let us know you're behind us.
And again, that's Ridgeway Country Club next week. It cranks up Monday at 8 o'clock, you said?
Yes, October 22nd and 23rd.
Okay. You're also going to have a fun tournament. I don't know what the tournament, the location is going to be great. It's going to be another very tough tournament for you. You go out to Hawaii later in the semester.
Right. It's a strong field. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, you try to do a big trip every couple of years, and so we're going to have fun. We're going to be able to be out there about 6 days and be in Hawaii, and most of the girls have never been there and are really looking forward to it. So it's really competitive because they're qualifying for Hawaii at our tournament, our home tournament, and so they're excited about it. And so we will see. Alex is going.
Right.
Alex Lang is qualified because of her play last week up in Knoxville. She's qualified for the home event and for Hawaii already, so she's very excited. And the others are all on edge trying to qualify.
I guess once you play out in a location like Hawaii, I'm sure any course in Hawaii, I'm sure it's just incredible to be on. And the scenery is just not to get taken away by what's going on around you. Just play around and kind of relax, enjoy the scenery.
Yes, the better they can enjoy this, the golf course and enjoy that one shot at a time, then they can enjoy the scenery later.
Well, Coach, as always, we appreciate it, and I know it'll be a fun time out at Ridgeway next week.
Well, thank you very much.
That is head coach Beth Harrelson. I'm Jeff Brightwell. This is the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.